MultimediaJay radio style.
What's up, everybody? How about one more radio style segment for the road, eh? Yeah, Dysfunctionomy, it's great that I'm actually starting that series and following the plan where I start Warehouse Confessions, then start Dysfunctionomy. But why on a Friday? Not just any Friday either, Good Friday, so a holiday. And not just a holiday either, probably the biggest Christian holiday of the year, bigger than even Easter Sunday. You can make a very strong case that Good Friday is really the biggest holiday of the year when it comes to Christianity. So here I am talking about all this edgy stuff, not only on TGIF Day, but on Good Friday. I need to kick back and relax, especially when weekends have been so busy for me lately. I've actually had more to do on weekends than I have during the work week. Anyways, let's talk about some stuff that's been going on that's a bit more relaxed than the dysfunctional state of the job market here in America, beginning with a little something on the rule of thirds. Now, a couple of years ago, I started this radio-style series to basically have it as an AV Geek's alternative to video blogging that sounds like talk radio and all that other fun stuff. And I've done pretty well with it, I hope. I hope you folks have been entertained by some of this stuff that I've talked about over the years, or maybe some of the folks liking videos and watching these darn things are bots and aggregators like the very folks that I've been trying to do something about. I don't know. If any real people out there actually like this stuff, leave a comment and chime in for Pete's sake. Actually, no, I've seen people do that. Let's quit being so melodramatic here. But basically, a couple of years ago, I was a YouTuber messing around with something that sounds like talk radio for the first time on here. Now, a couple of years later, the reverse is happening. I know of a radio station around here that's reciprocating this and trying to start making YouTube videos. And, oh man, are these things primitive. Oh man, I don't mean to be so condescending towards them, but one look at these things and you can tell that these are radio people we're talking about here. They've been talking into microphones their whole careers. When they can't even do the rule of thirds in their YouTube videos. Oh man. Sorry, I'll try and keep my composure a little better. Rule of thirds, like teaching an AV geek how to tie their shoes. Oh, man. Basically, the way that these folks weren't following the rule of thirds was the main radio station DJ, Guy Jockey, whatever word you want to use to describe. He hops on the mic and does a show and stuff. The main guy at this place, when it comes to rule of thirds, the video where he's like, hey, and probably the first time he's appeared on camera in a YouTube video since that channel started, it looked like a Reply Girl video. No, seriously, the guy's head was almost getting cut off at the top. So, yeah, you know how the Reply Girls last year with that whole Reply Girl fiasco, of course, they tried to mooch views and get enough views on basically no content in order to make money off of YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that. So, and they ripped tags from videos, stuff like that. Icklenellierose, one of the video bloggers I'm subscribed to on here. Icklenellierose, she's smart, she's witty, she's got an awesome British accent. Check out her channel. Last year, she did a vlog response to the Reply Girls and just gave them a big piece of humble pie. She just poured the ownage over them in thick, thick amounts. I mean, it's that video is the reason why I'm still subscribed to her to this day. Subscribed to her back then because of the Reply Girl response, and she's found other witty topics to talk about since then. But what she was making fun of was, it was definitely worth making fun of. The Reply Girl thing, if we remember last year, was a bunch of well-endowed women who basically pointed the camera right at their the stuff that would get them noticed. And many times that these Reply Girls would practically cut their heads off in the shot. You see like only half their forehead. If they had their hair the right way, you couldn't even see their hair. They had their hair too short, or they had it like in a ponytail or something, and it just looked weird. And now imagine a guy doing that. Now imagine guys with maybe receding hairlines doing that, making themselves look bald when they're not. This guy didn't. This radio guy did not do that. Thank goodness. Oh, yeah. Dodged a bullet there. However, I have seen videos by audio-visual people at colleges and universities that do the AV Geeks doing the recording for who's doing this. I remember one zinger of a video. It was an admissions officer at a college trying to get people interested in going to this school, and he was one of those. He had receding hair. Male pattern baldness, probably like early 30s, late 30s tops for age. But he looked bald because the top of his head was cut off in the shot. Man. So that's why I'm using a Guild Wars 2 screenshot with a little tic-tac-toe pattern on it as an illustration of this for this, even though sadly, because it's a gaming screenshot of my Guild Wars 2 Guardian in his town clothes looking like some college jock with his celebration baseball hat thingy on, and the other. It's a gaming screenshot. Therefore, there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, gaming video, I'm not watching that. Their loss. But rule of thirds, people, look it up. If you come onto YouTube and you just like turn on your digital camera and you record a video and you upload it, and you wonder why folks are like, haha, YouTube noob, or maybe there's not as much of a response as there should be, it could be because of something that basic. I'm not saying that people coming over from the world of radio need to relearn everything from scratch. They probably a lot of radio DJs that I've heard over the years would probably be very talented YouTubers, and people would watch them even if they did video blogs. Even if they have a face for radio, as they say, where people that aren't that good looking end up in radio while all the hot shots and good looking people end up on TV. I imagine there's probably people out there who do radio for a living that have such a dedicated audience that even if they have a face for radio, that people would probably watch them if they did a video blog series and all that fun stuff. But it's just been funny seeing these folks trying to start YouTubing it up, and oh man, these poor I feel sorry for them. Makes me almost want to go pitch myself as an independent contractor to these folks to help them skip a few steps in the learning process so they can develop an online Web 2.0, not Web 2.0, new media presence. But I suppose I should give these folks credit. Usually there's hostility and antagonism between traditional media and new media because of how new media has sprung up so much and eaten away so much market share that traditional media used to monopolize. So it's a step in the right direction that people from radio and television are playing around with YouTube on the side like this. So it's definitely a step in the right direction for these people to be at least fiddling with this stuff. But oh man, please, somebody give them a little video 101. Oh. How do you go from being a well-loved, well-respected radio DJ, radio host, to newbie on YouTube that desperately needs someone to help him catch up with things? Oh, I just hope this guy keeps at it and isn't like, okay, we're only getting like 15 views on all our videos, so let's stop doing that. Because maybe he'll catch the YouTube bug, as it were, and it'll become like a fun hobby on the side, or just extra publicity for the station. But yes, definitely. It's good to see traditional media folks, even radio people, trying to do stuff on this channel and do vlogs or something like that. And I just hope that maybe some of this hostility will die down, and maybe these different ways that information is communicated over the various channels that are available these days, maybe there'll be more interactions and stuff like that. We can get away from some of this hatred that exists between traditional media and new media. And we'll start seeing like YouTubers with radio shows, and maybe radio stations can have something besides a generic bland Facebook page or something like that. Or maybe even radio shows that actually have the right kind of Facebook page. I can think of at least 3 talk shows local to my area that I would like on Facebook if they actually had a likable Facebook page and not like a personal page where you have to friend the person and they're limited to 5,000 friends, as though the radio show was a person. It's amazing. I guess the big reason why this bugs me so much and just makes me crack up so much is because many of us new media people that do this kind of stuff, whether for fun as a hobby like I do or professionally for money as some other folks do, many big folks on YouTube who've done something over the past couple of years in terms of vlogging and stuff like that started out figuring things out on their own. Granted, there have been AV geeks like myself who have some audio-visual background prior to messing around on this kind of stuff, but there are some folks that literally, their first video is they turn on the camera, they don't have, and they're like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, I want to do YouTube videos, can you give me some ideas?" And I suppose it's... maybe it's just the whole different skill sets thing that's throwing me for a loop here, that somebody so well loved and respected over the radio airwaves now tries his hand at YouTube, and we all got to start somewhere. So I'll stop laughing. I'll at least try to stop laughing about this, but it's neat that this stuff is going on. Hopefully there's more of it in the future if these folks coming over from traditional media don't get intimidated away from this type of stuff. Anyways, that's my tip of the day for new people starting out on YouTube and maybe people with media backgrounds that don't involve video who are trying to try it out, take it for a spin, as it were. Rule of thirds. At the very least, center yourself in the shot. I mean, otherwise, what do you know? Why on earth would you have like your neck or something like that in the front and center in the shot and stuff like that? Plus, by the way, folks, tripods, full tripod or spider tripod if you're space constrained. It's interesting how much better things can look just by having a steady camera instead of looking like mommy's home videos on the VHS camcorder back in the day where the camera's flying all over the place trying to get little Timmy's birthday party on VHS tape with January 1st, 1980 at 12 a.m. flashing in the corner of the screen because the people with the camcorder couldn't figure out how to set the date and time. Oh, man, here I am laughing again, and I said I wouldn't. I better just shut up. Okay, how's that for a relaxed Friday discussion? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Good Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Although I might try to do some more stuff this weekend. But I've just got so much to do around the house. I really don't know when I'll be able to upload something else after this. For those that thought that all I could do was edgy shock jockey type stuff, here is a relaxed, laid back, kicking back on Friday radio style discussion. I hope this blows away any remaining misconceptions that I'm out to be like the next Mark Levin or Michael Savage or something like that. It's not that I'm out to be an angry talk radio sounding kind of guy. It's just sometimes the things like what I'm dealing with right now with these problems in my life, they kind of force me into this role. So if things get better, maybe I can get a little happier about things too. Or maybe that wouldn't be such a good thing if I start sounding like Barney the dinosaur on here or something like that. Okay, now we've crossed the line from laid-back discussion to plain old-fashioned rambling. Time for me to shut the heck up. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. You are listening to MultimediaJay Radio Style. Thanks for listening, and thanks for stopping by.